What's up guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Theshlyn. I hope you guys are well. Today's video is about my time working at a hospital in Johannesburg. I worked as a porter at a private hospital in my area, and it was an experience. It was a good experience, and it was my first job. So yeah, what some of the stuff that I got was kind of what I expected, and yeah, different. Quickly, before I continue with anything, please subscribe. And towards the end of the video, if you're liking my content right now, please give it a like and comment down below. So my time at the hospital was short-lived. It was 2 months. It was supposed to be a 3-month contract, but the pandemic kind of really affected my whole routine and everything. And yeah, so before I got this job, I didn't know what a porter was. I didn't know a lot of things that I found out at the hospital, and there's a lot of things I learned, and I want to share it with you guys. So, firstly, my day was 12 hours a day. I worked 12-hour shifts. I worked 7 to 7. It was a long day, and if it wasn't busy, God help you, because I was bored. I did nothing. I sat there and waited. And if it was busy, you were on your feet constantly. I made about 20,000 steps a day walking. Not even 20,000. I think one of the days I made 25,000 steps because that's how busy I was. And that's if you work in reception. If you work in casualty, it is not as bad. But there's not as much patient load, but there's a lot expected from you when you do that. My day started off in clocking in and signing into work. That was scanning my fingerprints and getting ready. And then this is what I would typically wear to work. A shirt and a tie. This hospital usually required a black tie or a navy blue tie, but over time I got comfortable and I started wearing a bit of my own. I started adding a bit of my own stuff. So it was this tie, and I wore a watch, and that was it. Yeah. So if depending on where you're working and how the hospital is staffed, you would things would be different in different hospitals, different places, different schedules and stuff. So my hospital, this is what I would wear, and this is how my day would go, and this is what would happen on a typical day. While working at the hospital, I gained a whole lot of new respect for nurses and everyone else that works in the hospital. Everyone from a cleaner to a doctor to a surgeon to X-ray tech to surgery tech to yeah to the X-rays that came to casualty. I learned a lot and I experienced a lot, and this is part of why I thought I was going into the medical field, and now I'm not. So it was different, and I keep saying that, but yeah, it was like I worked before at a family member's factory, and that was different than what the hospital is. And I'm sure if I walk into in an office one day, it's going to be completely different because I don't think I'll be on my feet as much. But yeah, I would work 12-hour shifts and 3 times a week, and if there was no other porter was on, I would take their shift. If they were sick or something, I would take their shift, and yeah. My day started off in the canteen. I had coffee. Then I went to, depending, me and the guys would decide which one of two of us will be working in casualty and which four of us will be working in front. 6 of us will be working in front, I think. I can't remember the numbers. I haven't been at work at the hospital in a while, but if I can remember correctly, that's how it was. And then every day, 2 porters would wash the wheelchairs. So depending on the day, which porters were working, we would wash wheelchairs. I think I washed wheelchairs twice in my life. I kind of avoided it, but yeah, that was one thing I didn't enjoy about work, was washing the wheelchairs. And towards when the beginning of the game, we started washing the wheelchairs more often. We started washing the wheelchairs after patients. After each patient we saw, if we weren't busy, we would wash the wheelchairs. And yeah, if I was working in casualty, I would go towards the day would start off with coffee as well, but as well as ordering coffee for the casualty staff, and getting and checking the oxygen tanks and getting stuff ready for the nurses and stuff for the day shift. And yeah, I didn't work night shift, so I don't really know what they did at night, but with us, we were busy. I don't think the night shift was as busy as us, but I don't know, like I said. But I haven't seen really videos of much about porters. This video is very mixed up, but yeah. What I did was I took patients to their wards. I would take them to x-rays. I wouldn't take them to surgery. I did take one patient to surgery, but typically surgery and x-rays have their own staff for that, their own porters. And the main reason for that is because in surgery you needed to wear uniform like scrubs and all of that, and us in reception or casualty didn't really need to wear scrubs depending, and I was also as well temp staff, so I didn't wear scrubs. I saw a lot. It was a lot. It's what drew me towards medicine. It's what also pulled me away from medicine, because what I saw and what I learned is that if I go into medicine as a nurse, if I was going to be a nurse, I don't think I would want to be a nurse, mainly because of the way I saw the nurses were treated. Like, the nurses love their jobs. I love the nurses. Two of my good friends from the hospital are nurses, and they work. They worked a lot. And so, not I'm saying that I don't want to work. I'm not lazy or anything. It's just that they worked and they weren't really shown what they deserve for what they did. And I think now in the pandemic and what's going on with COVID-19, nurses are getting more recognition for what they do, because they do a lot. They run up and down, they take patients, they if there isn't any porters around, they porting the patients to places. And if yeah, I typically enjoyed it. I helped the nurses a lot. I was there for them. I made sure I was there all the time, constantly. If they needed a porter, I was there. I didn't want to disappear. I didn't want to disappear and then them not find a porter, because they would have to leave their patients to take their patient to x-rays or the ward or whatnot. And that isn't really fair towards them, because if there's no porter, then what? Then they have so much of work and they have so much of filing and they have so much to do. Even though I did what I did, Porters did a lot. We did a lot of low stuff. Not low stuff. We did a lot of stuff. We did pharmacy porting, we did x-ray porting, we were medical assistants, we were assistants, we were around about everything. If you needed us for anything, we were there, we did it. And I didn't complain. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't go back to being a porter. I really do wish would have finished my last month of my contract there. The reason I didn't go back to the hospital was because I don't know. I don't really know. My agency didn't really call me back or anything, and I did apply to work at a different hospital, but I still haven't heard back. Um, but yeah, it was the reason that I wish I went back was to finish the last month, was to learn a bit more, to work during the pandemic. Even though I worked 2 weeks into the pandemic, those 2 weeks were the most chaotic of my life. The hospital went from being the quietest place on earth to the rowdiest and the busiest. Like, if there was a COVID-19 patient came in, we were running from end to end of the hospital trying to get protocols done. But yeah, didn't really see any porter videos when I searched, so this is just one explaining what I did and what I would do. I don't know if I mentioned what I did. I can't remember. I have kind of short-term memory, so please mention it in the comments if I did, because I editing this, I don't know if I'm going to pay attention. But yeah, that is what we did, and it was good. And if you're going into the medical field, advice: if you're going to apply and if you're taking a gap year before university or anything, apply to be a porter, and you will see whether you enjoy it or don't enjoy it. Because working as a porter, you are around about everything. You do everything for the hospital. You are running around. You are we even admitted patients. I don't think I'm allowed to say that, but we did. If there wasn't any receptionist around, not me specifically, but some of my colleagues knew how to admit patients in case there wasn't, or discharge patients. We discharged patients as well, but we around about did a lot, and it was, yeah. So like I said, if you want to go into the medical field, I suggest going as a porter, and you will get used to the schedule of 12 hours. However, I did get used to the schedule, but towards the beginning of the pandemic, my schedule kind of changed because of the protocol changing and all of that. So I went from working 3 times a week to 2 times a week. I was supposed to be working like 18 days a month, but I went to working at least 11 days a month, and it was horrible. That's why I said, yeah, and I really wished I finished, but it is what it is. And yeah, I hope this helps someone. This is a very chaotic video, and it was very chaotic. Like, honestly, I wish it was better. Um, before I end this off, please respect nurses. A lot of people don't respect them, and they don't get what they don't deserve what how people treat them. I have a friend that's in hospital, and the way she treats nurses and porters is the way I was treated. I was treated amazingly by some patients, but some patients really just were rude and horrible to me. And I know you're in a hospital, but like, we try to give you the best care possible. We try to do everything for you. We don't complain. I for one never complained. I didn't take tips, even though patients offered us tips. I didn't take it, and it was roundabout good. It was an experience, and what I saw and what I learned is I saw nurses do their job, and what the TV shows and stuff make nurses out to be is not true, because nurses do run about everything. In any TV show, you see doctors doing stuff. No, the nurses do that. The nurse insert IVs. The nurses put the breathalyzers. I forget the name of the thing, but the nurses do that. And I respect doctors, and but I respect nurses a lot more than what I did used to, and I love nurses, and they are my friends, and I know how to treat them now. Once if I ever get admitted to hospital, I don't want to be in a hospital, but if I ever do get admitted, I know how to treat nurses, and I really hope you guys learn or just listen to me, listen to my words, and just treat them kindly, respect them. They go through a lot, especially now in the pandemic. A lot of us are scared. When my granny's 82 years old. When I got home from the hospital, I was editing Tasia, so I realized I didn't film an outro of the video. The reason is because my mom came from the shops and we were kind of unpacking and cleaning all of that. So what I was actually saying, my granny's 82. When I got home from work, I had to go bath immediately. I know this is what's supposed to be done now, but before the pandemic and all of that happened, I didn't really. I got home and the first person I went to go greet was my granny. Before I did anything else, I was greeting my granny. Now, when I got home from the hospital, I had to bath immediately. I had to scrub down. I had to be clean. I had to make sure my clothes were in the wash and separated from all the other clothes, so that if I did come home with the virus or I did contract the virus, that I was clean. And then, as well as so what I want to say is in this outro is, guys, please stay safe. Please wear a mask. I know it seems like the government is forcing you to wear a mask and all of that. The government isn't forcing you. It is for your safety. It is for someone else's safety. The mask protects you from breathing out the virus. Maybe you contracted it and you don't know, or I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not a nurse or anything. But the mask is protecting you from someone else or them from you. And not wearing the mask is kind of unsafe and it's not right. And going out to gatherings and all of this, what's happening right now. There was a car show, I think, this weekend, and the videos that I saw, it's not right. Like, you don't go out, especially now in this pandemic. Like, it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong for y'all to be doing that. And I'm not saying it's the people watching the video. I'm saying it's whoever's going out and all of that. Please don't. Please. There's old people, the people you go home to. You don't know if the virus might not be in you, but you can contract it and you can give it to someone else. The virus can it has ways of traveling and all of that. And gatherings, weddings, funerals, big large gatherings, whatever it may be, you are going to give someone the virus. You might not, but you can. It's a possibility. So please listen and wear a mask, sanitize, a bath, and don't go out. Social distance. Like, seriously. Come on, guys. Please. Okay. Stay. Oh yes, and like, subscribe, and comment down below, and go follow all my socials. Links are in the description down below. Bye, guys.